Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Final Boss Draft League. We have entered ourselves into week 7 of season. We're season 2, right?
Season two.
Uh,
Season two.
Thank you. And we have ourselves a nice little matchup tonight. Think still powering up, going very strong here in the playoffs against Team Chaos, who I would say recovered their season and has been able to survive the gauntlet and made themselves all the way this far into Swiss round 3. I have Jules with me tonight. How are we doing tonight?
Doing great. And just want to make a note for some subs that we have today. Mr. Tungy, the legendary Anivia player, will be subbing in for Zimmy in the top lane. Huh? Oh, never mind. Zimmy has come back. Sorry, Tungy, you will be benched again. We have Fluke playing for Rapid Fire and Mirith for Yukino in the bot lane. So that is going to be a change on the side of Team Chaos.
And think I'm not aware of any other. Actually, it looks like we have Maj. Do we just cover that? All right, there we go. I think we're good. So it looks like Majnu is in for Riddy. Did you just say that? And then Jackie is in for Mark Boots. And then Oing is... Well,
that was last week. Yeah, so it is correct. What you see is correct besides Rapid Fire and Yukino.
I'm probably looking at the wrong thing, chat. My bad.
Anyways, we do see that Zed banned for Shredman as a veteran draft league player who's known to play Zed. That is always probably going to be taken away from him.
And it looks like Zimmy's going to get his power pick, that Wukong coming in. First pick, blue side for Think. We saw very good movement out of this Wukong in the very first game that we saw Zimmy play way back, like in the early weeks of the regular season. And he was able to get like a sucker punch kill onto the opposing top laner, but it did not progress very well after that. Mordekaiser scales up way better than Wukong as a Tanky Bruzy beat you up. But Captain Rex is going to pilot the Garen, who has been a surprise power pick throughout this entire season, actually.
I haven't been able to watch a lot of Captain Rex play, but based on what I've heard, there may be some entertaining plays in the top lane.
There may be. Both of them like to spin to win, but the Captain Rex will be able to get more rotations out than Zimmy will. We'll see how this plays out. The Ashe being picked up for Rapid Fire, the other Tier 1 player on Team Chaos's roster for this first game of the night. So given a lot of utility, a lot of agency opportunities, we all like it when you get a Frost Arrow to the face when you're laning against an Ashe. And now we get to see if what is going to be the counter picks here on Think. They're going to get Riddy, the Viego. I kind of like that.
Yeah, you definitely want your Tier 1s to be on those carry type champions, so Riddy will have the agency to do that this game.
And it looks like they'll be supported pretty well. That Senna could be an AD carry Senna. I can't recall. I'm very unaware, actually, if there's been any, fasting Senna sort of comps played out in this. That's a Rammus pick. That
a Rammus pick. Team Chaos spinning to win, just like you said.
Oh my god!
Added another spinning champion to their pool.
This has to be a misselect. This is some misselect nonsense. There could be like Rammus support or something. Is Garen in the jungle? Like what?
Rammus support would be awful against Senna.
It would. It'd just be farmed all day. This is looking bad right now. This is looking really bad for Team Chaos. You can stick to your namesake, Jake, with how your team is picking and playing. But I do not vote for this Rammus. I was enjoying like theory crafting how ThinkRev thinks comp was going to work out between the Viego being supported with the dive buddy with the Wukong to sort of get things going. They're both actually kind of half invisible champions, so there's a lot of ability for them to really get into a optimal position and dive in onto the back line of Team Chaos, with Senna just kind of if she's not being
Mhm.
counter dove by the Garen, can just kind of give free fire and some heals and support.
So, allegedly, according to Lolalytics, Remus does have a 53% win rate against Viego. So maybe it's a counter pick. I don't know how much UltraCAD plays Ramus,
I
because Ramus is one of those characters that's really easy to feed on if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, because he's one of those champions from season 1 of League of Legends that has never gotten a rework that really turns them into a powerhouse. The best news for this Rammus right now is that 3 out of the 5 on the side of Think Ref Think are, AD damage between Viego, Wukong, and Senna, but that's kind of not a
Mm-hmm.
surprise altogether. So it's good for you, but I'm still, suspicious of the decision of the selection. Cassiopeia coming in for Shredman, so a second AD carry on the side of Team Chaos available to them.
Yeah. What do you mean second AD carry?
It's a machine gun mage. It's Cassiopeia.
Okay. Okay.
I always think about her as an AD carry, just in a mage position, similar to Rise, but she
Mm-hmm.
just back before they made where the fangs were a constant cooldown, and you had to get the poison strike to get the quick cooldown reset. Um, I remember going like Will of the Ancients on her and just like shredding through people, just tanking everything as you just like put out so much damage. Thresh picked up to keep the Senna safe. So the Senna's going to be a pure 80 carry, and it's going to be pretty much primed to scale up and provide a lot of support to, I guess, the jungle top lane combo.
Yeah, I did hear that Senna has been broken this patch, so not too surprising.
This is very interesting. So Xerath is the final pick on the side of Think Ref Think for Mark Boots. Very good on the snipe. Will outrange most everyone on the side of Team Chaos. This is kind of where Think Ref Think's comp, they almost end up wanting to be like a ball comp in a way. If we get into later games and the Senna has gotten good on getting her stacks and the Xerath is just always in big range, there's kind of a place where like Team Chaos has to fight into Think Ref Think.
Yeah, I think the Team Chaos honestly has a very interesting comp. I think the Nautilus is a great pick because they do want to have some form of engage besides the Ramus to really target and lock down that Xerath or Senna. I'm not really sure. I feel like this comes down to the top lane in a way because I don't know what the Garen's supposed to do here.
Well, I'm not
Besides
sure.
not die.
Well, if the Garen gets access to the backline, Senna can't kill him unless he falls way behind by comparison. So I'm a little concerned about how this is going to, how even the skirmishes or the fights are going to play out. Because if this Garen's allowed to just be nominally strong, he's going to be able to silence the Xerath, spin on him and or the Senna, and the Thresh has 2 points of CC to maybe slow him down. He can cleanse if he times his Q right. So there's a whole smattering of how this can go where I feel like Think Ref Think want to play on the make Team Chaos run into them, and they use what they have to poke them and heal and
Hmm.
really cause a pain in the ass. But if they want to play forward, I'm scared that that's going to, unless they're really ahead, that's going to really be in the favor of Team Chaos for just being in a brawl, shorter range comp with the Ashe, with the Cassiopeia, and then 3 melees. So
Yeah. So who do you think will win this match?
I'm positive on Think Rev Think. They fell middle range with their win loss record throughout the regular season, and then they've just been powering up throughout playoffs. And Team Chaos, I feel like scraped in. So I'm going for
Hmm.
Think Rev Think both on the comp if they know how to play it out, play it well, and grind their way in. Even though it's not the full high point teams here, and that's that. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking Think Rev Think's going to take this one.
All right. Well, I am team. I am Team Chaos. Just for, I think it's more about an emotional reason. I've
Mm-hmm.
played with Jared multiple times. I think he got this in the bag. He's going to take it home for his captain, Mr. UltraCAD.
Alrighty, well, we're going to keep an eye on Ultragad on this Rammus to see if he can get some things going. If he can get everyone to punch him on the shell just right. We're going to get a quick break. We'll see you back for game 1 of this Swiss playoffs between Think Rev Think and Team Chaos. Ding dong, it's game time, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Think Rev Thank versus Team Chaos on the Rift here. We are in playoffs. If you've missed it, we'll catch you on up here. 7 weeks deep, round 3, first day, first game of the weekend here in a best of 7 format. And we're already in a bit of a scuffle here on the top side.
Yeah, some heavy trading going on here. Nobody going to go down quite yet, but that will set both of the top laners at half HP for the start of this game. I also wanted to mention that this is an elimination match. So the winner, not match, sorry, series. The winner will go on to semifinals next week, and the loser, well, they will just be out.
They get to go home. They get to go home on
Go
their...
home. Vacation time.
Yeah, get on that metaphorical airplane and get off my continent, which is Summoner's Rift here. Oh, still playing out here. Zimmy getting quite the advantage here and needing to get the advantage on account of the passive heal from the oh boy, Garen is down. All right, Zimmy. There you go. Wins the level 1.
Very aggressive early level 1. I feel like Captain Rex definitely could have won that. He just canceled his autos.
Sometimes you panic click that one too many times and it'll cost you. Hook in here, Thresh in trouble here. Rue gonna get the follow-up hook. Actually gonna bring him back into turret range, and both supports will go down. Great sequence there. 80 carries both pick up the kills. And we're starting out strong and spicy here.
Yeah, that hook looked great until it was under the tower, and Thresh has the button to just sweep you right back in, so those turret shots are going to take down the Nautilus.
Gotta respect what can be done by your counterparts. And he's just stepping forward. He's got himself 2 longswords, so we'll have the advantage on the damage, but Captain Rex is not backing down. I think it's about to cost him. Okay,
that Flash was able to save him. He was so low from those the minions. There was a huge wave.
I think that was the minion damage that actually finished off Captain Rex there. So we are getting into a very accelerated top lane right now. That's 2 kills already in the pocket of Zimmy and double the CS of his lane counterpart. Rex has got no teleport. He's going to be missing a whole bunch of XP.
Ultratad's just going in. What is he doing?
He's nothing but Yeetus Deletus right now. He's actually survived for so long. They've already traded out the junglers, and now the slow's going to be able to actually just keep Rebecca. She's locked down. She's going to be taken out as well. Fluke. Fluke's going to be able to pick themselves up a 3rd kill.
Oh my gosh, Ultratad with the 5-head play going in, sacrificing himself to get his 80 carry 2 extra kills.
He used Ghost on that too. He was ready to go in. Ghost was used, fight is in. Oh boy, Mark Boots, you're going to get hooked, line, and sunk at least halfway. It's going to get a little bit of damage onto you, but that's going to give a lot more comfortability over to Shredman to crash this wave and maybe reset the mid lane a little bit.
Yeah, second crab going to the side of TRT. He did see that the Wukong was moving down, so not able to get that second crab. Actually, they didn't even get the bot crab. I thought that's what they were fighting for.
It might have been what they were fighting for, but even winning the fight, they didn't take it because they want to save that for Altracad's XP and gold intake, I imagine.
Yep.
I believe there is some like jungle tech for like taking the crabs, and I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Riot have put like bonus XP for the jungler only for getting the crab. I think Captain Rex is going to die again soon.
Yeah, he's getting bullied here right now. I feel a little bad for him.
But Ultracat, he's in the tri-bush. He is shadowing this. It's going to walk away there. Yep, so was spotted. Zimmy not overextending and opening himself up to losing his advantage. I don't think he has any... No, I don't think there's any bounty gold on him. So... junglers will go back to farming.
Luke narrowly dodging that hook from Rebecca.
Yeah, that might have been go time button for Shaden and Rebecca there, but they will miss and restrain themselves.
It looks like they might want to start prepping for drag. Can't really tell.
They
It's a
moved
little
down.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shredman and Altricad were moving there into the river looking around for it, but I believe because Riddy took the bot crab, they just didn't want to actually do it on Vision. So
Oh, and they're walking up here! No.
Oh, here we go.
Hook
Lane.
is going to miss.
Oh, that's a good slow there. Oh, this might be enough here to actually catch Mur out. Did not need the hook to land, but the shield will actually catch. They don't get one last auto attack on him. Altricad here to give morale boost. Will get hooked. He's going to put his shield up, but there might be enough armor on this little armadillo to save his life. He will get out after quite a bit of damage exchange. The trick, for those of you that weren't here in the olden days with yours truly, Rammus has a W, and we all have W's on our champions, but Rammus's W is, I get super tanky in an armor category, and I hurt you if you hit me. It's like having Thornmail, but it's built in to an ability. So it's a thing. It's a thing.
And it
it's
makes
not a
him
satisfying.
waddle, too.
It does make him waddle. That is the adorable part. That is the adorable part. There is an alternative build. We probably will not see it tonight, but there is also the 5 Zeal build on Rammus. If you want to be yeah, if you want to be fast boy, if you want to be the fastest boy on the Rift, use 5 Zeals and Swifty Boots, and no one can catch you. You can't do any damage, and you will crit for very little damage, but you will be a fast boy.
Honestly, that fight that we just saw in the bot lane, Nautilus was really lucky to not hit that hook because he was able to walk out with just 1 HP, and if he was probably just a few steps closer, definitely would have just died there. So
He was one auto attack away from dying, yeah. He was 1 auto attack away from dying there. It looks like this top lane's actually kind of equalized out. A 15 CS lead for Zemi. 1,000 gold lead, but it doesn't feel like it's really manifest. It's not manifesting too much in the trades right now. The Sheen is a very big pickup for him.
by that gold, these gold charts, you can see Fluke with the most gold in the game currently. They are going to also have prio for this dragon.
Yeah, Rebecca's gotten the hook onto the Rammus, but they're actually going to jump on an arrow and the flying in Rammus. They're not going to blow up Oing. Shaden will survive, and now we're on the back foot. Ultimate's going to come through. Snipes out. Jungler is gone. That's the second kill. Reset City here for Riddy. He's going to keep going in here. Can he taunt? No, but he will get into the ball. He's going to flash Bumble onto Shredman. You're about to be made into a pair of boots, Aaron. Next execution, Riddy chaining 2 together, and that's going to get them the dragon. So we're going to get this fight going one more time here.
Yeah, you can see they immediately go onto that Senna, but she's able to survive with her shielding and flashes away. And after that, Team Chaos just fall apart. I feel like they should have just finished the dragon, ignored the bait that was the Senna walking up, and yeah, they are gonna have heavy casualties, lose the dragon. It's not looking great for Team Chaos right now.
I think we're breaking out here with a 3,000 gold lead. Can see that, by the way. And now we're having a fight here on the top side. No one's really died just yet, but it looks like... Oh, the Gering actually got slain by the Wukong. There we go. What I did notice is that I feel like they jumped in on that fight there by the Drake a little bit ahead of schedule. Shredman was on his way down through the river, but there was no other follow-up damage to really help blow up the Senna. And we got to see a smaller version of what's going to happen. Like when Zimmy gets into that dive combo between him and the Viego, the Wukong Viego combo will be an absolute like barn burner. The Reset City is the win condition in the team fight for TRT. Zeret's going to be able to actually get out. Flash is going to take... Mirth's going to take a lot of hits here. 1, 2, 3 4. Oh, there we go. More
No!
boots. Get it. Sit. The root's going to come in here. There's a lot of good damage. Root's going to get down. Oh, he might get caught out here. Gonna jump in. Get the taunt onto Oink. Hit me more, honey. He's gonna go for another one. Cannot get the other cooldowns up in time to take out Rebecca, but UltraCAD rotating around this map here, getting some action. Gotta respect it.
Yeah, UltraCAD just flew past the Thresh, had his eyes on the Senna the entire time, and is going to be able to take that Senna down.
And we just saw, I feel like that was a bait to poke him. Mark Boots just standing there, gets a little bit of poke from Shredman and goes like, nope, I will stun you, put all 3 spells into you. And now Shredman has eaten a lot of poke and is primed to be jumped on. I think Mirathir is going to hang out just to give Shredman some coverage. Otherwise, the Viego really would be happy to jump on. That'd be an easy execute for him.
It's starting to look more and more dire in this top lane. Captain Rex constantly getting whittled down by the Wukong. That gold lead is slowly but surely expanding as well. And
we have a fight
like
in the jungle actually right now.
Oh, okay.
Hook away, but the root's going to catch. Mira's going to try to run away. Cannot get the execute onto Mirith. Ready, trying to extend. Finally will get it. And now, Fluke, you're caught underneath your tower, and everyone is coming for you. Oh, and you will be exploded.
Yikes. 2v4.
Over the wall here, but there's not enough. There's not enough there for it. No, Shredman is not scaled up. You've got your Rod of Ages and you've got a tier. You have no damage on this Cassiopeia yet. Great trap, but there was no teeth on it.
Yeah, this I don't know. I feel like I know it's still early in the game, but a 5k gold lead does not look good. I feel like at this point, TRT have to make some really catastrophic mistake to lose this game.
Yeah, they have it in hand right now. And it looks like UltraCAD has even sniffed out that they're trying to do a death bush around his red buff. Mark Boots coming in to poke and maybe steal away some chickens. But this is where we're seeing a greater expansion of just the full fight across the map here. Zimmy, you might be in a bit of trouble here. The execution's available. He will get the shutdown. He picked the right one here. Captain Rex with the Demacian Justice getting some counters, getting some retribution here.
What a goat. He was 1.6k behind and was still able to 1v1 Zimmy, who was full health. Yeah,
and that's sort of the when you have an execution ability like that, it doesn't really matter what your gold differential is, because that if you check out your tooltip on that Demacian Justice, that Garen ultimate, nothing scales it. No AD, no armor, nothing. It just becomes more powerful with like levels, and so it is always there ready to kind of end your joyride. And that's where Zimmy has arrived, is at the end. Now this is going to be an equalized top lane, and we're going to see if these are going to get closer and closer to the actual team fight. UltraCAD jumping on in here. He's eating a lot of turret shots. The arrow will come across the entire map here. Shredman will get one kill. Flashes out before Riddy can catch him. Riddy gets at least the execution onto the Cassiopeia. I feel like, yep, the Nautilus has come up to try to protect Shredman, but nope, Riddy will collect his second kill. And a dragon.
Unfortunate that arrow was just a hair off, because if that would have just killed him, then the Cassiopeia would have had enough health to probably get away, or at least fight at Viego.
Yeah, and shout out to Mark Boots. Died underneath the turret, but put out so much damage to really threaten and get rid of Shredman's flash. That's what he had to do to try to survive, just the turret died. But that meant that there was no real ability for Shredman to outrun Riddy, and so came the death to Mr. Shredman.
Hopefully Captain Rex does not let his solo kill get to his head. It looks like he's still playing quite safely, but he may have to lose his tower.
Yeah, Ignite on the same timer for both of them, so we might be waiting for those summoner spells to return before they try to kill each other. Advantage is in Zimmy's side for that health differential. Captain Rex will be bringing it back with his... Yep, he's already almost all the way back up to full health. That passive doing incredible work. And if they keep trading like this, it might behoove... Captain Rex might be able to find himself another kill opportunity if they trade like that again a few more times. Then again, if Riddy arrives... They're going to take out this turret, and now Captain Rex is going to have to try to find a way. Can he actually get the kill onto the monkey? But he will go into the jungle trying to run away. He's going to be able to try to get the execution, but cannot. Riddy will execute him before he can do anything. And Ultra God, he's dove in underneath the turret, but he's going to die for it. And now Rebecca and Shaden, they want this fight. Hook's going to actually land onto the cannon minion. Unfortunate, but they were prepared to keep running down.
What are we doing, Ultra God? Why are we diving when your bot lane is so far away? They were like in the middle of the lane.
I feel like the call was made and they were not ready for how excited and ready he was. He might be too fast for them now. He might be too fast for them right now, Jelanium.
That is the Rammus effect. Sometimes when you play a champion that's just so fast, you can't control it and you just go crazy.
Yeah, you're not used to your right clicks putting you there that fast. Hook, oh, counter hook. We're fighting, and he's back. Ultra Cad's gonna get the knockdown. Drag out, taunt it, please hit me. He will collect the kill. Not too particularly happy about that one, but redemption. He died and came back so fast. I don't think any of us were ready for that.
Yeah, the speed. He knows. Maybe he did calculate how fast he was, and it was a calculated dive. He died and then, you know, came back in almost instantly.
Yeah, but now another big fight here. Ignites. Traded. Nope, that's just Garen's Ignite.
Garen does have to be careful because the Cyclone is up, so there is that kill potential.
Oh, Shaden in a lot of trouble. Your Shredman's come down to try to set this one up, and a lot of damage is going to try to come through, but it's taken quite a while. Shaden will finally die, but now the artillery strike here is coming in and ruining this entire dive. Ultra God gonna try to get himself away. A teleport coming in, but I feel like it's gonna be too late. Zimmy is arriving, but they've got to be able to actually catch and slow down Team Chaos if they want to get any other kills. Flashing in here, Zimmy reaching for it.
Slow.
Yeah, Fluke going to be able to use their flash to finally get away. This is going to leave Garen with free time on the top side. There's no dragon here. The best they can do is just kind of collect this wave. They're going to use the Herald. That's going to take out this turret. So this is kind of a good collection of gold and map control by TRT after that fight kind of went more into the favor of Team Chaos.
Mm-hmm. We do see that 7,000 gold lead.
It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse for Team
Quite
Chaos.
a big canyon. It's really unfortunate that Captain Rex wasn't able to get the top turret bounty. He had all that time and it's still standing.
Well, and that's probably the first chance he's gotten to hit that tower. And if we look at across all the objective pieces, we have the 7k gold lead in TRT's favor. It's 17 kills to 8 kills. They got all 3 grubs. They got 2 dragons, and then they also got and used the Herald. So there's an overwhelming amount of just ability win conditions in the favor of TRT right now, and I can't say that Team Chaos are, the most exciting thing on their side is, what is it? No one's got a gold lead, really, and the Rammus is kind of a fun novelty. Fast boy.
Dreadman got the gold lead. He will carry this.
Yeah, and now Rebecca's just walking forward, just looking for a fight here. Riddy in the wings, looking for it. They will not go any further.
Able to get that top lane turret as well. He's just pushing.
I think Captain Rex is logged into the... We're not going to win by team fight, so I'm going to push until someone comes and kills me.
That is what he has to be doing this game, honestly, because when the rest of your team is this far... Okay.
Ash arrow goes wide.
We're not missing those arrows. Come on.
That was a fluke. I'm going to go by my namesake on that one. I bet he's saying. Murth is going to run for it, but then this is the range issue. This is what we were talking about. like, their engage on the side of TRT, it would be Riddy or Zimmy kind of going ghost and maybe finding their way, and maybe a hook landing from Rue, but that's kind of all that's all they really need to do. The gold advantage is so heavy on the side. Look at this. Look at this great mountain range. Look what my boys have built. And
It's
Team Chaos
not looking good.
No, and Team Chaos don't have a win condition or anything to really trade with. So this right now, my guess, my bet at the top of at the end of the draft there is holding strong.
So, I mean, the one golden, what is it, silver lining for Team Chaos so far is that they haven't gotten the Baron yet. I mean, yes, it just spawned, but they haven't taken it immediately. There is always a potential for a Baron throw too.
It's always available.
Yeah,
I expect Ultra Cat to ult in
this.
to steal a Baron in this game. I expect him to ult in
Yeah.
over the wall on the Ram of Speedy Boy and steal it. Oh, Mark's Boots, this is going to be the problem here. I saw this coming earlier. Ignite's going to take him. I'm sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you flashed there, Mark Boots. I'm sorry you flashed. That was your second worst mistake of that moment.
Captain Rex styling on Mark Boots. It doesn't matter how fed you are on the Xerath. If you're against something like a Garen, you're just going to fall. And Captain Rex, honestly, having some redemption here from that early game. Able to get the turrets, able to get some solo kills. Feels like he's holding his own this game.
Well, he's been able to actually get himself success elsewhere, and TRT messed up there. They put a Xerath against the Garen in the lane assignment, and I saw that, and right before it happened, I was like, this is going to be such an opportunity for Captain Rex to just run down Mark Boots and really put the pain on him, and boy, howdy did he.
Yeah.
We're at the point in the game where the Baron has spawned. The gold advantage has actually been shrunk quite a bit from like the 7k gold lead to about 4.8k. It's still very much in the advantage of TRT. Captain Rex being jumped on, but it's not really gonna go anywhere. Mirth's gonna go in and face tank this to try to interrupt what Mark Boots is doing, but now this is opening an opportunity here. Yeah, Mirth caught out. Rue's gonna go down. So a little bit of an advantage here. Zimmy on the flank. This is a pain sprint and a half here. Alchka going to be caught into the middle. The Garen has arrived, and this is going to be what they want. The Viego's been executed by the Demacia Justice, and now everything that TRT had built has kind of been torn apart. And now that's going to be as a setup. Team Chaos, forget the Baron steal that you were talking about before, Jolenium. They're just going to go take it.
They may try to death push, because remember, the Senna Xerath do have quite... Okay, and Treadman's just gonna fall down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this decision by Ultracad. The tier 1 turret is still up here. Now you're just letting the Senna free fire. Mark Woods, he might actually go down for this, but this Senna... Oh, no, the kill was still secured. Double kill. Acquired. Okay, so you're... Team Chaos. My guys.
Team Chaos, they did so well. They capitalized off of those wasted ultimates from them trying to target Captain Rex. They killed 3 of them, and then they go after the 2 long-range characters and are all just gonna fall one by one.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that. I don't know what Shredman was thinking was gonna happen there, but the goal was go get the Baron. You have this Cassiopeia is on looks like 3.5 items right now. That could be enough damage to be able to fast track that Baron and really swing this game back into Team Chaos's favor.
I know what he was looking for. He was trying to catch them out, like as they try to disrupt the Baron. He was going to be the one to kind of hold them back, but he didn't realize that they had vision, or I think just the Xerath got vision from his W.
Yeah, and then just got caught out here. Altracad is going to get caught by a stun here. Oh, here comes the artillery strike. It's not going to be able to do too much. Ooh, Fluke might be in a bit of trouble here, and that's going to be an execution. And now the fight has begun here. Altracad's going to be in the middle of it, but there's no one to really trade his health for damage onto the enemy team. Zimmy and Rue running forward here. Shredman slithering away for his life. It's going to be a team fight win for TRT, but at the cost of an inhibitor turret, Captain Rex is here for nothing but damage onto structures.
They just sent the Wukong back. He might be able to die for this inhib, but it doesn't look like he wants to. Going to stay.
Oh, he's actually ignited. Zimmy's going to go down here. That's going to be execution.
Gosh.
No, Captain Rex is online. The match has to be very specific. Oh, Shredman. Oh, once again, your positioning is going to cost you your life. Mirth is going to be in to try to be a disruptor. Going to try to hook themselves away, but Rebecca brings them back in. You're not leaving town. You're staying right here. And now they go right back to the bear.
And Shredman just has to wait for his support or someone to go in first, but he's getting caught out every time.
Teleport in. Oh, they're going to turn on it. They spotted the teleport in, and that's going to be an instantly dead Captain Rex. He should have gone back to the inhibitor. It doesn't fight back, my friend. And now Radius is just going to take down Fluke's. Going to miss, but this is going to take a little bit longer. Now, that's all but Altricad. Mr. Rammus is out running around over in the top lane, cleaning up minions. There's, Team Chaos. Oh, my friends.
Every time they make one good play, it's like they make 3 bad plays right after.
It really is. It really is. And we've still only sat like at a 5k gold lead for Tinker. I think they haven't gotten that far ahead in at least that metric. I'm looking at levels now, and everything is still like there's a 2-level advantage on the AD carry. Like Shaden is more than online. Rapid Fire Cannon picked up now, has 615 stacks. They're doing well. Shaden is doing very well. And Mark Boots has been nailing it with the Xerath. So, Team Chaos have plenty of work cut out for them. We've seen big throws in this league, in this season. But it's still a very big uphill climb for Team Chaos to being Think Rev Think. But I think they need to, like, stop beating themselves first.
Yeah, Captain Rex has shockingly been their win con this game.
He has. He has, because Zimmy actually cannot match him. And forget that there's like a 1.3k gold down set of Garen can be true, but it's just the nature of the matchup. I think this is where Zimmy needs to be here for the team fights, and you can see that's why he's grouped up and they're trying to siege this tier 2 mid turret. But they're on a timer. They're probably going to get this, but it's going to be kind of a base race. Can Garen actually get that bot inhib turret down? Oh, I think they're going to win this, actually. They're not going to stick around to defend this inhib turret. And Zimmy is running Garen off. So this is a major loss here for Team Chaos.
Yeah, this could... it looks like they're not going to go any further, but I definitely feel like they could.
Shredman trying to step forward here. The team's kind of separated. Altricad trying to go on in. Doesn't get the taunt on to Mark Boots, but he's gone ultimate. That taunt will hit. His ultimate will be gone. It's an awkward positioning right now. Altricad trading a lot of health, and they actually get the damage out. Taunted. That's going to be a lot of CC. Radiant's going to go down without anything. There we go. And now Captain Rex has arrived here. Shaden's going to get the lantern out, but I think he's going to burn down. Flashing over the wall. Oh, but Captain Rex, he's got access to both carries. But they will not.
Don't do it, Captain Rex.
No, your team was not following you on that one. They will neutralize the threat. They're only losing the inhib, only losing, I think, only one team member in that fight, maybe? So putting out a defense. Yeah.
Looking really good for Team Chaos, being able to stop that siege and pick up a kill. I feel like I kind of see a way for them to win. It really feels like they need to land an Ashe arrow on someone and then have the Rammus go in, or even have the Rammus go in first and then pick a target, just CC lock them forever until you kill them.
Oh, and the thing is that we're kind of seeing where, like, there are engage options on both sides per se, but it's mostly flank options from TRT, maybe the hook from Rebecca. But the side of Team Chaos, they can pick their fights a little bit easier with that Nautilus, because he can just hook in and just auto pick someone, and it's a way easier CC, to follow up on than the Rammus taunt. Because what we were seeing there and how that fight was going back and forth was it's almost trying to figure out who's going to move first, and then is the counter punch, is the counter CC going to be better? Because Woody kind of was looking for it, but then just got absolutely destroyed. The arrow into the taunt with the root from Shredman meant that he couldn't ult out of it or flash out of it. So we're sitting at an actual like knife's edge right now. There might be a 4K gold lead on the side of TRT, but this match is actually far more even. They can lose this. This is a losable game right now for them.
They are gonna try to collapse on Captain Rex. I don't see a way out because he is surrounded by all 5 members.
And
These
this
are
is
so mean.
They are, but they are ruthless killers, and that's because there is an Elder Dragon up in 50 seconds. And that's about the same time that
Thresh for yeah, that wouldn't have been that bad.
It wouldn't have been too bad. The big win con is coming up in 35 seconds, and Rex will not be there to contest it nor contest another objective. Altracat here trying to actually pull away the minion wave to further delay the siege from TRT, but they're just gonna go get the dragon.
Yeah, and Captain Rex doesn't have his teleport either. So this is going to be really hard to fight if Team Chaos do decide to contest this, which I feel like they have to.
I feel like they do as well. This is the win or die moment. They might be pushing in to get this turret first, which would feel a bit greedy. TRT, they've started the dragon. Elder Drake is up, and now here comes the buffer zone. Shots fired from Mark Boots. It's going to bring Shredman super low here. Shredman not going to be able to really get into this fight. It's going to start putting out the damage here. Altracat's gone in here. The dragon is at 3,000 health, and there's a whole fight on 2 fronts here. Captain Rex cannot get the final kill onto Zimmy. He's burning. Rammus will go down, as will the dragon. Mirth trying to get in to put some disruption, but there's not much else to be done. Riddy will be executed by the Garen, but the rest of Team Chaos will fall. It's just Shredman and Captain Rex left to defend their base against what looks like a 3-man strong TRT.
That was some really good kiting from Shredman, being able to get out of that fight as well as pick up that kill. While they did lose the Elder Dragon, they haven't lost the game. They got mid-turret. They were able to get some return kills. I feel like there is a little bit of hope on the side of Team Chaos. If they had Captain Rex there earlier, or were able to engage on their own terms, it definitely would have looked a lot better for them. They're just gonna start this Baron.
Yeah, they're gonna have Captain Rex tank it. But I just realized this. There's an Infinity Edge on this Garen. He's gonna do massive damage. If you watch his animation, he's only doing this stabby stab on his auto attacks. He is a high enough. He's 100% crit, I think, or close to it. So this Baron is gone, secured by Altracat. The artillery strike will not reach Captain Rex and Mark Boots. They just snuck Baron underneath TRT's nose.
Great shot calling, honestly. I did not expect that at all. I forgot that Baron was even up, and it seems that TRT forgot as well.
Yeah, big flip of the situation right now. Now they can actually bolster their minion waves. They can slow down the siege from TRT. And TRT's only got 50 seconds left on this Elder Drake. They have to pick a fight right now if they want to win, but the rest of Team Chaos is kind of spread out and prioritizing elsewhere. They're gonna probably give up this tier 2 and then defend at their inhib.
This is something you don't want to fight while the enemy team has Elder, so they're just gonna try to stall and allow Captain Rex to do his thing.
Arrow from downtown. It's gonna miss. Zimmy's already gone in, but he might actually be trading his life for it. Dragon is still up here. They can still execute him. Fluke's being run on by Riddy and will actually not get the kill. The Guardian Angel will bring him back here. And to get the finish off your Mirth sitting at the end, but Rebecca will actually execute them as well. One of the only people with the Elder Dragon up. That is 2 dead on the side of Team Chaos. Can they actually hold the line here? Altracat, he's looking for it, but now there's the go-in. And Captain Rex doing what he can. He will be brought back to life as well, but I don't know if there's much else that he'll be able to do when he is up. He gets the execution, takes out Rebecca, but there's still a bunch more. There's still a bunch of threats now. Trying to dodge all the damage, but can't do it. Fluke dances their way to an early grave, and now it's just a cleanup. Just bring in these minions and finish out this very stressful game 1 here from TRT.
He's so fast.
He is super fast right there. Cannot get the damage. Altracat just saying, please, no, don't take my Nexus, but they are going to take it. Shredman's going to show up, get themselves one last kill. The Nexus will fall. TRT will pick up a victory here in game 1 after a bit more legwork than I believe they were anticipating for this game.
Captain Rex really put his heart and soul in that game. That was really fun to watch. I do feel bad for Team Chaos that they weren't able to make that comeback, but very entertaining game. I think that if they made less mistakes, I don't want to make it sound so obvious, but like, yes, obviously, if they made less mistakes, they had a higher chance of winning. It was just a lot of mistakes from Team Chaos.
Yeah, a lot of desynced plays, a lot of fights where it's only the CC bots going in and stirring up trouble, and no damage to follow them. Um, I'm I have to. I'm sorry, Aldricat. I have to laugh at you right now. 7.5k damage on the Rammus. You were beaten by the Thresh for damage output, my guy. I. It was entertaining, and he was doing a very good job of just being a pest and being the go button for Team Chaos. But there's only so much you can do with that champion. Only so much that Remus can do.
If you don't play a lot of Rammus, it's really hard to understand how to control him and play without just feeding because at times you do feel invincible as Rammus.
Hmm. For sure, especially into about 3 or 4 auto attacking champions. But that I think there's not much else to say for that game 1 here. I think Rev will take the first of the 7 in this best of 7, and I believe, if I'm seeing correctly, they also took game 2, which means that we sit at a position where think if they get 2 more wins tonight, I believe that will actually round
There'll be
that.
no game tomorrow.
There would be no game tomorrow. We would be able to take the night off. So what we need right now is for Team Chaos to rally into their game 3 and give us a series. We'll We're in draft 2. Game what? No. This is game 3. Yes. This is our second draft of the night. We are on game 3 for this best of 7 here in the playoffs between Think Rev Think and Team Chaos. Think Rev Think have themselves 2 victories on out of game 1, and then game 2 was also played in the background off stream, but they have themselves at a distinct advantage. If they can win this game 3 and the next game 4, we will actually be done with this matchup for the weekend, and we all can take Sunday off. But if Team Chaos can get themselves even 1 win tonight, we may need to extend ourselves into 2 days to finish out this best of 7.
I do want to make a note to our prod that the teams are flipped right now, so Team Chaos should be on the right.
Let's see.
Just for draft.
There we go.
Yep, thank
you. That will hurt my brain less. Thank you for pointing that out, Jelenium. We have all right. So just a little point of clarification for people that don't know. I had to figure this one out, but Zitzev Boblev Lake is in the top lane there over on Team Chaos. Aldracat is still in the jungle with Shredman in the mid lane. Rez is there for the AD carry. And then Striker for the support. If I got all that right.
Yes. I don't know how Andy played game 1 or game 2 technically, but we do see that there is that tier. Just like last week, it was very scary. You have Andy tier 1 playing some very scary champion. Like maybe a Gwen, for instance.
Well, his Vlad got banned, so.
Yeah, versus a tier 3, there is a potential for that huge top carry. I mean, even in the last game we just watched, we had Captain Rev, not Captain Rev, Captain Rex on that Garen doing so much to try to win the game. So there is that potential for a top lane carry, something we need to watch out for this game.
Yeah, the top laners in this league, whether they are tier 3 or tier 1, end up being incredibly influential players quite often. Zimmy doing a great job just getting with his team to really emphasize their team fight ability there in game 1. But now that Andy's on the board, one, I respect the Vlad ban because we got to see how his Vladimir worked out last week, and it was terrifying to say the least. But now he's on this Gwen, and I believe I have seen him lose on this Gwen, unless there is someone that can really match him or they really punish the split push with the Gwen. This may not work out very well for Think Rev Think. Team Chaos may have more of a chance to win than originally thought. Is Mark Boots taking that Yone?
That could definitely. So this actually really plays Gwen. This is probably a Gwen jungle and Andy on the Yone.
That's what I was thinking, because Andy's Yone is up Chuck for those not playing the home game, but Andy's Yone single-handedly carried a game a few weeks ago. It was monstrous. It was a very monstrous performance, to say the least. And it looks like Lake, Mr. Zaitzev Bob Lever, is going to take the Garen at the top lane to match whatever kind of comes their way. And Garen, as we saw, can be a very good equalizer with how his ultimate can just really execute and turn the tides in a fight.
Okay, sounds like the brand ban is not real.
So it's available, is what you're saying. There's still a chance for someone to pick it.
Yes, there is a chance. I don't think either team will necessarily pick the brand, though, because TRT already have 2 AP damage characters. They probably don't want to add a third.
I would think not. Victor is a solid control mage, but does not want to have their damage mitigated or encourage more Merc Treads and Magic Resist to be built on the enemy team.
Yeah, so, Team Chaos, I'm not really familiar with what Rez plays, but it seems like they are saving their 80 carry pick for last.
Yeah, they are saving it for Res to, I guess, give them the most flexibility to know what they're going to be playing or playing into. For 80 carries, we'll point out that the Zeri and the Senna and the Unara have been banned away, as well as the Varus and the Corki. So we're getting down to the bottom rungs of the 80 carries that are available. It's like Sivir, Ashe, Vayne, um, Samira. What else is really Zaya, Kaisa? I'm a little curious what they're going to pick.
Smolder.
You're right. Smolder is available. How has that not come up yet in this series? There's the Kaisa for Bubster. What are Team KS gonna get here? Because the Smolder, they're gonna do the Vayne into this. Are you sure about that, dog? That seems like
Ah!
that Nautilus ults him, and then the Yona's gonna get on top of him, and the Gwen's gonna and the laser from across the map from Lumera on the Lux. This is not the kind of playground that I feel like a Vayne wants to be a part of.
Maybe Rez has something up their sleeve.
Maybe Rez just takes over and they don't really have a chance to kill him as easily as we might have thought, especially if Altracad and Lake can provide a lot of space for Rez, for Wistfully to go off in this game. This is a coin toss for me. I want to favor Andy Upchuck there and think Rev Think, because this Yone can do marvelous work, but they don't have a lot of other beefy options to really deal with the amount of more just regular standard team fight options that Team Chaos have.
Yeah, I am kind of scared for Team Chaos this this game. Maybe Wistfully has some reason for the Vayne, and somebody in chat can probably explain it better than we can.
Someone
But
please.
we are
I will not be offended.
going to go into game 3 shortly. It is do or die for almost do or die for Team Chaos. Very, very close. So we'll see if they will be able to pick up a win and give us some games tomorrow.
Game 3's afoot. And it might not be the end. This might not be do or die here for Team Chaos, but the pressure's on. First two games taken by TRT. Now we're in Game 3. And I would give, as I said in the draft, Team Chaos. They've got the stable comp. They've got a very good chance to actually take out Think in this third game and extend the series. But it's the pressure is mounting, and if Andy's got anything to say about it, Julian, I think this game might be already decided.
Yeah, not just Andy. We do have Gritty on Gwen in the jungle, and it looks like they're going to have some heavy trading in the top lane already.
A little bit of a repeat of how the last game went. Top lane is always super bloodthirsty. Bottom lane, a little bit similar.
Yeah. This Vayne is going to be the win condition for Team Chaos. Got a AFK for Team Chaos, and that will lead into a pause. Hopefully not too long.
Should be pretty
Because we do have another game tonight still after this.
I'm gonna ask very nicely that they unplug and plug back in their toaster, get this game going again. Por favor.
And just something to note, embarrassingly, we did not realize that Reze is wistfully until the screen popped up with the name shown. So that is wistfully in the bot lane, and we will probably reference them as so. So
Yes.
just for the not knowers.
Yeah, the fun things to try to track in this game is that the Yone player, Upchuck, we're just gonna call him Andy. He was Striker Jones, but then, people change their name, much like the Garen, who's we're just going to call Lake, even though that makes no sense for what their screen name is right now. No, stop. I hate it. And then Mr. Rezi, Mr. Wistfully. This is where we're very happy that Ishan has informed us of people's alternate names so we can try to stay consistent in how we cast these games and tell these stories.
Yeah, this game, let's see what they can do. Dragon is, first dragon's gonna be a, sorry, I can't talk.
No, it's gonna be a Cloud Drake.
Dragon.
The wind.
Cloud Drake.
The whoosh whoosh dragon.
I just kept thinking wind.
Water, fire, air, heart. Your powers combined. I'm the Elder Dragon.
I think that Team Chaos will have this early game prio, likely, and they should go for these early dragons because as we saw last game, UltraCAD lost every single neutral objective. It was very sad to see, and that while there was a chance of a comeback, they weren't able to do it, unfortunately.
No, they were not. I debate if that Rammus selection really hampered what UltraCAD could do in that game. Right now, we've obviously not gotten very deep into the game. Minute 46 into it, everyone's just been collecting CS, except for Lake and, of course, the supports. So, but we are going to need to see how these junglers want to interact, how well Riddy can actually control the map and get as much of an advantage as they did in Game 1 for collecting all of the objectives, even getting, I believe, a double Scuttle Crab in the earlier part of the map. We had that fight there by the Dragon Pit, where we got to see the great flashings of UltraCAD on the Rammus, but they didn't end up taking the Scuttle Crab, which felt like a misstep at the time. So I would ask you, Jelenium, would you expect these bot lanes to engage supports with 280 carries that if they get ahead, their ability to blow up anyone on the opposite team kind of goes up dramatically?
Yeah, for sure. I think that both of these bot lanes, that's their goal. They want to get their 80 carries ahead, just to be able to blow this game open and hopefully roll over the other team. Also, while we're yapping here, waiting for the game to return, I do want to shout out my bestie, Death, because he asked me to. So shout out to you, Death.
Shout out to you, Death, as well, from yours truly. I'll see you soon. That's a dark joke. I'm not going anywhere, actually. I saw the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Let's see, some chatters. Offquid saying, not a good look for Reze down in the bot lane, 0 pots. Well, I don't know if he started with any pots. I think he just didn't buy any.
Might not have bought any.
A summoner has disconnected.
Not a good look for Upchuck taking exhaust on Yone, kind of lame. I know, he did that last week too, and I thought the same thing.
I
Are
think
you
it's a very
seriously
smart
this?
pick. No, I think
Wait,
it's a
this
smart pick.
insecure, Andy. Okay, it's smart, but it shows insecurity. The Chad move is to take Ignite, go all in, and fight like a man. That's what he should be doing.
See, that sounds like toxic masculinity, and me and Andy aren't here for that kind of nonsense. The nerd take actually is that I believe the exhaust is one of those things that actually would reduce the damage from the Demacian Justice from the Garen. So I think it's kind of a subtly big brain play because there's no building resist against the Demacian Justice. I forget if it has a damage type. I don't think it's true damage, but the exhaust I think is a smart pick to just secure the kill and just get Andy enough time on the Yone to like finish off the kill. So may not be filled with all the brawn and gusto that you were looking for, Jeleni. I'm sorry to not meet your standards, but
it's okay. I get it.
I trust Andy to do this. Look at how much damage he's already put into onto Lake's, champion. He's already low. He's already below half health. It's going horribly for him right now. It's great. Looks great. Oh no, Lumera. Oh, you might have been caught out. Again, the Ignite saved. You used the heal earlier already, that exchange, and now Wistfully going to get themselves an early kill. Going to push away Bubster. Kind of would have wanted to go for that fight a little bit further, if I'm being honest. And now we're going to keep trading out here. Lake, get your CS. Don't let him scare you.
Do not die! Remember that Andy does have the exhaust. It's gonna get silenced, but still gets the exhaust off.
Gets the Ignite up, but I think this is exactly what Upchuck wants. Flash is available for him. Does not get the knock up with the second Q, with the third Q. Now we're in a very teeter-totter situation. Oh, he's gonna try to go in for it. The shield's gonna be prompted.
Oh,
Riddy's here to help pick up. There's the knock up from the third Q. Yeah. Oh, and now the wave's getting blocked here. Oh my gosh, Lake is getting so low right now.
Yeah,
This gonna be the jump in, and that's gonna be the confirmed kill.
Oh, no.
And I think, yep, Andy will survive the dive here. Bubs is gonna be taken out here. This is gonna be a second kill collected by Wistfully, and he's gonna get his third one here. The Nautilus, Lumera, just feed the beast here. We're gonna be having ourselves a sprint here. Who can get fed faster? Andy in the top lane, or Wistfully in the bot lane? And Wistfully is taking the cake right now. 3 kills in hand, 22 CS. This is... I am very scared, actually, for TRT here. If this Vayne gets fed and gets protected properly in these fights, there's not going to be much to stop Wistfully from taking over this game and really destroying TRT's dreams of having an easy 4-0 tonight.
Yeah, and the thing about having your Yone fed versus the bot lanes, the Yone did actually die there, got executed, which obviously that doesn't give the gold to the Garen, but he did have that time where he was dead and couldn't farm the wave. In the bot lane, you have 2 characters, so if you are just constantly overloading bot and you get 2 kills every time, that's way more... more money into this Zane's pocket. Picking up another double kill, already 5-0. Not even 5 minutes in the game and 5 kills.
Yeah, if we divide by 10, they have 1.5 more kills than they have CS. They are feeding. I saw Riddy creeping in there, and I was like, Riddy, stay there. Back away, buddy. This is already lost here. The Skarner got the jump on him. Altricad has actually been doing fantastic work with this bot lane so far. Has 4 assists, so probably 4 of the 5 kills that have been collected by Wistfully so far. This is a fantastic sequence of plays here. A fantastic game plan coming out from Team Chaos and really accelerating this Vayne to new heights. Bubster doing the best work they can, actually keeping the CS close, but yeah, this is a very dangerous place right now for TRT to be in.
Yeah, and we do see, anytime you see the jungler on the opposite side of the map, that's when your jungler will hopefully make a play, and that is what we saw with Riddy taking his time top, and now bot lane has this huge lead. Let's see if they'll be able to capitalize on it the rest of this game.
They are, I believe, Striker here trying to get the Hextech Flash to engage and probably do the knock-up and the flip onto Bubster. That would be the best target, I think, actually, just to keep the 80 carry behind, keep one of the main damage sources down. But can they find the opportunity? They haven't sniffed it out yet.
Gritty is walking bot, though, going to lane gank. They knew that Striker was somewhere in the area.
They're going to jump on him. Oh, boy. Bubster is going to be in a lot of trouble here, but they don't get the pop, and now Striker's going to walk away, give space, allow for Wistfully to run away. And now Outrigate has arrived, but not going to be able to actually get the pin. Going to be able to get the impale, though. Brings up Chuck under the turret, but this is going to be all for naught.
Yeah, there were still minions under the turret, so Andy not going to take any turret damage despite getting dragged under. The good thing for Team Chaos, though, is their Vayne has not died yet.
No.
So despite that lane gate, they were able to still survive.
Yeah. Oh, that hook's going to land. May not be actually the most desired outcome. The knockup's going to land here. Lumera's just going to feed another one over. Luckily, it goes over to Striker, but that's just another little overstep from Lumera, just continually giving over advantages to Team Chaos's bot lane.
We got awkward hate watching in the chat right now. There is a lot of pressure on the teams right now. I don't blame Lumera for maybe making a little more mistakes than expected. Let's be kind to each other, okay?
Yeah, you can preach that. Striker is an absolute feeding monster for taking that kill. I don't care about an accelerated support tank engage. You need to know your place. You feed the Vayne or you lose your season. This is where we're at in this situation. And so I will grant sometimes you have to recognize, like, I should just hit S and walk away from my entire computer so I do not steal this kill from my carry. I will say, actually, I know this is a competitive, like, for fun league for sure, but it does trigger the Hiffle out of me when I watch, like, Tier 1 play, like an LCK or something like that, or an LCS, and they don't give over the kills to the carries. It's like, you guys are on a literally professional team. You can't do this. Lumera's dying. What else is new? Bubster luckily flashes away. Might have been expecting the pin against the wall from Wistfully, so dodges what they expected. It did not arrive, and now we're going to be getting the first Drake taken. Outrigate bringing themselves into the river. It's going to be able to take it free of charge. Lake doing their best to fight back, but one kill was picked up by Andy on this Yone, and there's now a 40 CS plus difference. Oh no!
Oh no! Striker caught on the wrong side of the wall.
Fails to jump over the wall, and now needs to get ushered out. The Lux is nearby. Oh, a bunch of lockups. Oh, and there's a bunch of damage here, and gonna be able to actually get the flash out. Gets the auto and gets the kill, and will survive. So Andy with getting himself another one.
There's no ult from the Garen.
Mark Booth's going to be able to flash away from the Impale. And now Gwen coming from the other side. This is a very interesting little debacle. Maybe going to be using the needles to get the flash out of Outrigate. That feels like a little bit too much. Like we didn't really have to worry about it that much. Hook's actually going to land here onto Wistfully. Now the fight begins here, but Bubs is going to have to run away here. Sorry, you can try to pick the fight on your own terms, but it doesn't matter. Striker, I'm not worried about it that time. Think spot lane, they're feeding their brains off right now.
Yeah, you cannot fight them at this point. It doesn't matter if you land a hook on the Vayne. You can't do anything at this point.
No, she has a completed item. She has the Kraken Slayer online ready to go.
Yeah, this is gonna be very scary for TRT with this bot lane. Ultratad going to steal away the chickens.
Really trying to run him down here. Striker's actually rotated in time for this fight, and now gets the engage in, but hits no one. And now, Lux ult through, only hits the one here. Mark Boots getting killed by this Nanostorm. slowly but surely, it's going to get cleaned up. Laser through. Lumera, last one standing on their team. Might actually get the kill on the Ultra Guy, but it's going to get pinned. There's the Kaisa. It's the snipe to at least equalize it. Double kill picked up by Shredman. Good stuff for this Victor.
And the Victor's going to be very happy about that with his hex core stacks from that.
Indeed. Nice, good fight early on. Oh, you're going to lose all this CS. I'm sorry, Lake. That was sad to watch. So now we're in actually a very different position than we were last game. 1 point K gold lead, 11.5 minutes in here in the favor of Team Chaos. And they've doubled the amount of kills collected by TRT. So doing way better. This bot lane doing a lot of work. Lake, are you threatening to kill Andy right now, sir?
It is going to come down to this top lane, I feel.
That's the dash used. And it's going to get picked up here. Ultra steals it, but that's fine. That's okay. I think I know what Team Chaos's actual problem is. They have a bunch of kill stealers. They have a bunch of dirty kill stealers on their roster. That's their problem.
Yeah, so in these team fights... Oh.
Well, okay. You got a turret
one
plate.
way to do that, yeah.
Yeah, you got a turret plate, Lake. Good job. And then you died.
Like overstaying a little bit too long. Okay.
Sure, I mean...
Inciting fear in Bubster's heart.
Ooh, that actually...
Already half health.
Yeah, no, that's... I appreciate posturing for intimidation. It didn't work, but that Q into auto from Wistfully, that one hurt. That one physically hurt. Oh, Alchuk not getting the pin onto Upchuck. Trying to defend this top lane, but Upchuck's kind of playing a little bit of disrespect. I feel like the turret's done more damage to him than anyone else on the side of Team Chaos so far.
They are going to try something bot lane again. Pretty positioning here. Maybe you're going to go for a lane gank?
Might be. A lot of damage there by Upchuck, but he just ends up equalizing when you're diving that hard underneath the turret. Like, he just wants to play on the edge. Gosh dang it, Andy. Oh, jeez, Bubster, you take another auto attack there. You'll be down to 1, homie. This is not where you want to be here. They're trying to bait them in. But I feel like Bubster's still going to die. And there's the sign. It's time to go, actually. Yeah, they saw that the vision was coming in here. Bubster, he cues it up just fine here. But the barrier is out here. Bubster goes down here and kills, pick it up by Ultra Guy. But now there's the rest of the fight to be worried about here. And Riddy, he wants to get out. But I'm sorry, you're going to get picked up. Shredman arrives, puts the gravity field on him, roots him in place. And that's another kill picked up here. Now Shredman 4-0-1 here. The carries on the side of Team Chaos are getting ahead. They are getting fed. And Andy is not by comparison on the same level.
Yeah, we have a very lopsided map here. The real issue for TRT and their plan of having their top lane win is they're losing out on these dragons. They also don't have as much mid pressure as Shredman has this game.
No. This Lux actually has kind of been a non-factor. There was the one fight earlier there by the chicken coop. Laser went off and everything, but they ended up losing that exchange. And
her laser did nothing.
It did really nothing. It really did nothing. And then she was late for that last fight here. Shredman just getting the push and being able to make it down in time for that fight. That was supposed to be a trap. That was supposed to be a bait and catch Wistfully up. And now this is what I'm talking about here. 3 or 4 auto attacks there, and Bubster is already down. Like, 1 empowered auto attack, I think, kills him. The only thing that's saving him right now is that the red buff is healing him back up at a quicker pace than normal.
Yeah, there is the Rift Herald up. We probably expect Team Chaos to get into position for this. And Lumera going to get caught out here.
But Andy's going to be coming here to try to actually help the situation. Wistfully has arrived here. That's going to actually... Soul Unbound is going to bring him back. And now it's Lumera and Riddy trying to deal with the Wistfully, this Vayne. But this Vayne's getting the free fire. The zoning from the AoE from Gwen, the null zone, they're going to be able to pick him up. Oh, put into the wall here. Upchuck is down. Legendary status acquired by Rez. One more tough attack. 9-0-5 on this Vayne. Andy probably not happy about how that went. Got caught, got pinned against the wall, and got destroyed. The gold advantage is now huge here. Rez with 8.3 gold. Next in line is Shredman at 7.1k, and then Andy Upchuck at 6.7k. The advantage is overwhelmingly right now on the side of Team Chaos. They are scaling rapidly into the late game monstrous team comp that we didn't even forecast it, but it's happening now. I didn't think it was going to happen. It's happening.
Mm-hmm. They played the early game very well, getting that Vayne ahead. And we're going to see a little scuffle here, but Lake's just going to spin away.
Well, yeah, Lake is holding his own about right now. Has only given over like 3 deaths, and 2 of them went to the pocket of Andy. So Andy is 2.k ahead, mostly by CS. 50 CS lead right now. But he hasn't really been able to affect much else. He's gotten the 1 turret down, so there's at least a turret advantage on the side of TRT. But unless we're really waiting to see if Andy can actually get what he wants, get an angle into these skirmishes and fights, and be able to turn the game back into TRT's favor.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Bubster here. When you are in this position where you're playing ADC, and for Kaisa, she's kind of more of a dive ADC, right? She can hold in and she has that capability of doing that. It feels so bad when you're this far behind. You just feel useless.
Impale's going to be brought down here, picked up one little tap, and wistfully picks up the kill. Andy's being picked on now, I think, Julian. And now Sherman's about to get picked on.
I mean, this is what happens when you have numbers. That number advantage.
It is. They will be able to pick up the kill on the Shredman, but at the loss of this tower, we're kind of trading objectives. But that other fight earlier,
send someone mid.
They probably should. This is kind of like a bad allocation of resources, I think, and lane assignments. But think they're going to trade their mid tier 1 for a top tier 2. Can't say it feels like the fairest trade, but they've committed to it and they have completed the play.
Toast going an old build. I don't really know if that's an old build or not. Whatever he's going, it's working. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Wistfully is doing great work right now. If anything, the worst thing they could do is kind of the worst thing any one of us can do in a game like this, and it's die. So right now, I'm looking for Team Chaos to kind of be a little bit disciplined, know that their priority, know that their win condition is, as you pointed out earlier, is the Vayne. The Vayne is accelerated, the Vayne is very far ahead right now, but it has to stay that way.
Yeah, for sure. Next objective is that third dragon coming up. It is a Fire Soul, which is going to just add extra damage to the side of Team Chaos if they're able to pick up the Dragon Soul here. Well, next dragon. This one's
no, they've accelerated their entire game. This is fantastic on the side of Team Chaos. The only objective they really lost was the 3 grubs early on, and that was probably before all of the kills came into Wistfully's pocket. But they've been able to secure every dragon. They got the Herald, used that effectively, and so they've kept themselves quite well and quite accelerated. What I would expect is for Andy to keep pushing like how Captain Rex did in the last game, and this gold difference is probably going to equalize. But the effective gold and the real power is that the majority of the gold, the best portion of gold, is on this Vayne, and it's going to be really hard to lock him down, I think.
It's almost looking like a reverse version of the last game, where the rest of the team is winning, and then you just have their top laner pushing top, doing their best, trying to do something to save the game. Team Chaos able to have all of the objectives except for the grubs as well. So it's looking very good for them.
So far, so good. And this is where I feel like they've kind of neutralized what they're doing. They're playing out. I think Whistler's going back to finish an item, about to have that Ginsu's Rage Blade, I believe. Yep, there we go. So now this Vayne has turned into a situation where probably about after 4 auto attacks, anyone on the side of TRT will be below half health or worse. And now I think they're just going to posture around for Baron. And this Garen kind of gets to just kind of push for free. The Lux, Mark Boots has done this again, where he's matching the top lane and the bot lane that can kind of run him down and kill him. So I don't think it's going to happen because Andy is on their way bot. But this is a very poor bit of positioning. I feel like Team Cast should be starting the Baron like right now with Lux bot.
Lux does have teleport, so she could get there quickly. Maybe, I think they want to get a pick before they fully commit to the dragon here.
Yeah, it would appear so. They've got full control of this top side river. The Victor is pushing in the top lane. They're going to get into a fight right now. Whistler's going to try to arrive here, but this looks like a poorly started fight here. Altricad going in before his carries arrive here. And now getting another one. Picks on the Lumera. There's the ultimate out from the Lux. It cuts down Altricad and Happy, but now Whistler, he's got to find his way in here. The Yone has arrived, has picked him up. The Ray is going to try to run away. It will die, and this is the problem here. If you don't have a clean fight, Team Chaos, if you try to index into the Chaos, that is going to be what TRT wants. They will clean sweep Team Chaos. The Vayne is down. The Vayne has died. The Baron is alive. 4 alive on the side of TRT. Think Rev Think. They have put themselves back in the driver's seat.
And we see here the fight started really early with Ultracad losing his flash right away.
This is where they go in here, and this is where Whistler is out on the right side here. Isn't really controlled. Gets the one kill onto the Kai'Sa, but that's not the problem. Andy gets the knockup, gets the ultimate, and at that point, Rez is already done, down, and dead.
Yeah.
And it's just a cleanup for Riddy.
Being that close to the Nautilus just makes you a prime target. So Nautilus ults, and after the Vayne is perma-CC'd, well, it's very, very easy to kill her.
Yeah, this is where we're fighting in the jungle, in those tight corridors and stuff like that, where you can't have the right orientation and positioning for Team Chaos's team comp. It's going to set up a lot of trouble, and Striker is going to be in a lot of trouble as well. I don't know why you're out there all alone in the bush, but you made it out safe and sound. And another round of okay. Striker is a very lucky person. That's what I'm going to take away from that sequence of events.
I feel like for Team Chaos, they should just try to employ the strat from last game where you have some sort of distraction with the Garen. The Garen should be pulling the Yone's attention away so you don't have this Yone in any team fights where they can flank and potentially just pick off the Vayne.
I could see that.
Either that or they need to make sure the Yone is the target and killed first, because this is definitely the most scary person on their team right now.
Yeah, and with that Baron, they're just actually going to push straight up middle, and now we're having a different fight on 2 fronts here, trying to get the setup here. The knockup's going to hit onto the Vayne, but there's no actual follow-up for it. I'm trying to figure out where the Yone is. The Gwen has actually gone on top, but Wistfully is dead here. Thread the Needle will finish him off. Altricad went too far and has died. Now the damage has to come out from the Victor, but he's going to have to go golden. Andy is okay, and is going to walk away, but now Shredman with a lot to try to manage. He's going to try to get himself. He's dancing around pretty well right now, but he's secure. The ace will be finalized. Mark Boots bringing this Lux in, and now they get to take their first Drake.
Yeah, it looked so good for Team Chaos for the first 20 minutes, and these past 2 fights, they just haven't been able to find those priority targets. The Vayne is kind of pushed out of the fight very early. They need to be able to get these picks, but it's really hard when TRT are walking in a giant group clumped together. If the Nautilus is in front, there's nothing else that you can really hit besides that Nautilus.
Yeah, and part of the issue with that fight was that what I saw is that Altricad just went too far. There's going too far to where the main principal idea as a tank is that you are only receiving damage from the enemy when you identify that your team can also put out damage. And he goes so far, and he's no dive buddy. Like, if the Garen is going to be marking the Yone and maybe Striker doing the same just to... Because this is where, like, you must play defense of the Vayne. The Vayne should be able to walk around freely in a fight without having to worry about a single threat on them, but that will not happen if everyone kind of runs into the fight. And they don't have the damage. The Garen doesn't have the damage. The Skarner sure isn't going to have the damage. Striker will never have damage. That is the promise of everyone playing on REL. You will never do damage in your life, I promise. And so I just feel like they're missing what their jobs need to be inside of these team fights.
Yeah. They need to just protect this Vayne, because we're just seeing Vayne get picked off every single time, at least in the past 2 fights. Picked off almost instantly.
Yeah, picked off, zoned out. Shredman's going to dodge the big laser. Riddy coming on in, but Riddy has actually got himself a good bit of gold here, and Riddy will go down. So good trade out. This Victor not to be trifled with. Striker looking for a fight. Whistly has actually gone in. It's going to be able to pick up on to Bubster. It gets the kill, but Bubster's gotten themselves their own damage. And good little catch, absorbing the ultimate on the side of Lake here to prevent the runaway from Andy. That's 3 dead for 1 on the side of TRT. That is advantage Team Chaos. They're going to try to push this mid lane. They don't have a wave, so they're going to have to wait for it to arrive. Like some wolves.
That was good from Team Chaos, seeing that they were sending extra resources top lane and just capitalizing on the people that were caught out in the mid lane. Yeah. So that was a very good catch from Team Chaos.
Yeah, they just tried to do like some death brush things there, I believe, by the inhibitor, but couldn't catch anything. The wave clear on Mark Boots might actually be an overpowered element of TRT's comp that's going to delay this game long enough for Bubster to get damage, for Riddy to scale up even further. 3 items on this Gwen, 3 items on this Kaisa. They're going to hit now.
We just saw the gold graph. As you can see, Wistfully with the most gold in the game, but the other members of TRT also have way more gold than Team Chaos. So Wistfully putting his entire team on his back right now. Mark Boots actually is caught up to Shredman as well. Early on we saw that Lux was just kind of tickling everyone, and now she does quite a bit of damage.
4 items on them. Shredman gonna try to dodge and run away. Gonna go golden, and now here comes the dive, but that's gonna be a dead raise. Wistfully put out, and now the damage has to come out from this Vayne, and it might actually be enough, or from the Victor, my apologies here. Bubster is caught out. It's gonna get spun on. Lake is kind of turning himself into an ocean and swallowing up TRT here. Altracat trying to peel for this. Just CC here. The Victor and the Vayne are down. Garen, he's going forward, actually. I'm sorry, Andy. You probably didn't expect this kind of a problem, but you will be put pressure on, and now the dive comes through. Where's that Demacian Justice looking for the finishing kill, and that will be confirmed. Striker will pick it up, and that's going to be a good final catch there. This means that there's not really going to be any advantage to be grabbed on the map by TRT. And that's going to be a late death, too. Andy's going to be down for a while.
Yeah.
They might be able to get... He's dead, and he's going to be dead long if they actually can't go contest his Infernal Drake. This is soul for Chaos, I think.
Andy overstaying, thinking that maybe he could distract them a little longer. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. But they are going to lose 4 in that fight. It did look a little dicey at first because Vayne kind of just walked up. But they're going to start this Baron. And Team Chaos, they suspect they're doing it.
They're piling in for it. But they're not going to be able to actually stop this here. It's going to be collected. Wistfully's walked up here. It's going to be secure here. And now it's time to run and leave. But the fight's on here. And Wistfully's untouched here. Gets to walk forward. Takes out the Lumera. Now Bubster. Oh, and Andy has arrived. He's going to be able to hit nothing actually on his ultimate. It's time to peel. But Altragad's going to grab Andy. Put him into the wall here. And now Wistfully, Knight has dropped here. He's going to get the kill on the Bubster. One more auto Q, and that'll be a dead Andy. Upchuck has been put down. The Dragon's up and available. Baron was taken. Go ahead.
That was a nice attempt from TRT to just kind of sneak that Baron, but they already lost the fight here, and I guess they're just trying to get something because they do see that the Victor has moved mid lane. You still don't win this. It's still a 2v4.
Yeah, no, especially that latter part of the fight. They will finally come back and pick up their Infernal Soul. Baron is in the hands of, I guess, one player. It might be Riddy on the side of TRT, but they're at a negative Baron play at this point. Baron anti-power play.
Andrew, he saved the game and then gave it back. He wanted to make sure that they knew it was in his hands.
I guess.
He holds the game in his hands, and he just needs to let everyone know.
Oh my goodness. Wait, let me check. He just demossed
It's
it all
surprisingly, I mean, TRT still have a slight gold lead, but I feel like even when they had a gold lead earlier, it doesn't really feel like it because this Vayne is just so impactful.
Yeah, no, this Vayne is, I think they're finally figuring out, or at least finally getting the fights that they want that will put them in a position to really win this map. This is going to be the ult. It's going to catch on to 3, actually. Striker's going to be dead, but Wistfully's still alive. He's still out, but he's kind of limited on what damage he can do. And now comes the chase down. The attachment from Gwen tags, but will not lead to more of a chase. Now comes, I think it's a base race opportunity. Nice to be able to grab the red buff on the way out. Just because you have the Infernal Soul does not make you an auto-win team fight. That's going to be in 4.5 minutes.
You still have Baron.
They do have the one.
One member.
Yep, it's Riddy. So they're going to try to get a siege here. But Treadman's up. He's alive. And so is Wistfully. Now it's a question of does TRT pull the trigger? They do, but that's going to hit Res. There's no follow-up onto the Vayne. This is going to fall apart here. There's not much else to be done. Ult's going to hit. Garen's going to be brought low, but no one to capitalize on it. Ooh, that last snipe from Bubster really threatening.
The, what is the ultimate spark? Missed there. Somehow Marcus missed that. Otherwise, I think that, Garen definitely would have died there.
Very close. Now they're going to push them away. Oh, going to be catch. Lumera is going to be able to miss their hook, and that's going to be a dead Nautilus. Walked down. Striker healthy for another fight. What do they have to focus on? I think they're just going to siege without anything in hand. Final Spark will thin the wave, just the cannon. But that's going to be more than enough. They just want to take out this inhib and then reset back and be ready for, well, Baron in 2 minutes. Are they going to try to... I think they're going to try to move the top wave too.
Yeah, that's all they can really do right now is try to get their waves pushed in. As we saw, again, Andy with the game in his hands, that ult hitting 3 people, this is, it's so back and forth right now. It really just depends on who plays these team fights better.
A little bit of an awkward situation. Andy is actually pushed out all the way into the mid lane, so denying that pressure for Team Chaos, and no one's really able to like kind of meet him. He's made his way over to the chicken coop and is kind of just dancing out and away from Team Chaos, really frustrating their attempts to get themselves advantages that would push them more and more into a guaranteed win state.
I can't really tell who's gonna win this game. At this point, it's in anyone's hands.
It is right now. If Team Chaos get caught out at an awkward timing and TRT are able to kind of wipe the floor with them, even just with a 3-man advantage, that could spell the end of this game.
Yeah. I feel like what Riddy's doing here is illegal.
It's very illegal, and they will be punished. We'll go golden. But now comes Wistfully. He's got a 2-shot executed by Lake, and now there's no Andy nearby to save you guys, so he's going to try to back, but that's already 2 dead on the side of TRT. The game might be over. The mispositioning concerns that I was talking about before for Team Chaos, it might actually be TRT's side. They might actually have put themselves into a very painful position. Flash is traded, and now Mark Boots more mobile than he was.
Nice ego, Ready. That's all I have to say. Nice ego. There is still a chance that they maybe
It's going to be a
pull them
pin.
off here.
Andy going to try to get some work done. He's going to be able to get the ultimate, but he doesn't catch Wistfully, and now the 3 auto attacks is Guardian Angel. Trying to bring him back, but you're going to get stunned out. He will be taken down once again. Nano Storm running forward. Shredman doing some work, takes out Bubster, and now it's just Wistfully, Ultracat, and Striker to finish this one off. Don't get baited by the Nautilus. Hit the turrets and call it a win, ladies and gentlemen.
And the Nexus, not the Vlad.
Ooh,
Actually, they might need to kill Ready here.
There
first.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was scared about the scissors sniping their opportunities, but Team Chaos will fight back. They will get themselves a win on the evening. This will not be a 4-0 evening. This will be a 3-1 evening, probably, with how it's going, but they win out. They take game 3 here, and big shout out to both Shredman and to Wistfully for doing absolutely fantastic work. That the acceleration was not wasted. These 2 players took what they were given, took the gold, took the advantages, and did everything that they could to actually make sure their team got the win, and they got it.
Check Lumera's PayPal. Toast paid him for that game. I mean, I also think Riddy might have been paid out by someone. That end was very weird. Why are you invading when your Yone is split all the way on the other side of the map? It's not your jungle. And yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why the chickens were
looks
that
like-
important. Like 35 minutes into the
Yeah.
game, you're not worrying about chickens like that, Riddy. Your decision making at that moment, sir, was at best questionable. I'll let chat insult you in more colorful ways. But yeah, no, great game out of Team Chaos. This is kind of the problem that I usually have with a Gwen and not really a lot of tanks space makers, because you have to be very masterful with Gwen and her aura of no influence. She could do damage. We saw that in one of the fights where she just actually blew up Wistfully. But other than that, like it's one of those very high demand situations, and they just couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, we are going to get into game 4 shortly. I do think, just looking at the points alone, it does look highly Team Chaos favor. So we might actually end tonight with a tie, as long as Team Chaos doesn't do something to throw their game.
If it stays all even here, it might actually be a banger, and we're gonna find that out. We'll see you soon. Game 4 is afoot. And we have... Ooh. A little bit of an update, it looks like. Or am I...
Yeah, it
Nope.
looks like we have the wrong rosters currently.
There we go.
There we
That's what we're
go.
looking for. Alrighty, we have caught ourselves up here. Guess who's back? It's Captain Rex!
Captain Rex kind of smurfed that first game.
He had one assignment. And it was to win. And the way you win is you hit structures in this game. Realize that even if your team killed 100 of your enemies, you would not win the game. You must hit structures, and he was doing a great job doing that. Now, let's see if they can actually win a game, especially since Team Chaos have the point advantage here in Game 4.
Yeah, and Team Chaos going to first pick that RA. We probably expect TRT to pick something like a Seraphine or some other type of double support bot lane, with Rebecca playing ADC this match. But Team Chaos, they're not afraid of that. They are just going to ban out the jungler and Zimmy as well. Do not want him to have that Wukong again. Even though Captain Rex beat him later in the game, that early game was not looking very good for Captain Rex. We're gonna see a Galio mid, actually.
Yeah, which is So I'm running under the assumption that Rebecca and Autumnleaf are going to be running like a double support combo, like a Seraphine with maybe a Senna, maybe a Sona. I can't remember the actual combo that would go with Seraphine in the AD carry role. But with the Galio in mid lane, the carry elements need to come from the jungle and the top lane, really. And so I am finding this Vladimir pick very indicative that they're putting all their eggs into the Zimmy basket and pushing for him to be able to carry this game with the Vlad from the top lane, which sounds like a very high demand. But between Majnu and maybe Zimmy, I'd have to check the full point scaling, which is kind of a relative reference we use in this league. But with Zimmy at 13, Lumera at 11, that puts 4 of the bottom ranked players on Think Rev Think in this roster, with Majnu sitting in the middle tier. So there's a lot of opportunity here for Think Rev Think for this roster here to do major upset work. If they get a win on this one with this roster, that would be awesome. That'd be huge props for them. But it feels very curious how they would manage that, because this is going to be Majnu taking the Zaheen in the jungle, this Vladimir likely going topside, and the Galio going mid under current assumptions. I'm curious why they actually haven't secured their bot lane yet.
I'm also wondering, did TRT lose any bans, or is that just a glitch? They lost 3 bans. Okay.
Okay, so
it is going to be even harder for TRT losing those bans as well. I just want to echo what you said. Yes, they're definitely going to have to... They're looking at Majnu or Zimmy to carry this. I feel like it's a lot harder for Zimmy to really do anything until later, though. So they're going to need to at least be able to survive until that point where they can have those team fights.
Yeah, and not to ignore what's happening on the side of Team Chaos. The Riven is a spicy pick, but that's just going to go into the top lane. I think Captain Rex trying to pull out a special pick, and we've seen Smolder plenty. So I'm not trying to ignore Team Chaos, but they're also not very interesting right now in this draft sequence, because at this point, it's almost a question of, well, are Rebecca and Autumnleaf going to do something other than what we expect? 2 of the supports were actually banned by them, and then we have a Rel and then the Nautilus ban on the side of Team Chaos. So I'm still expecting the Seraphine and another support to come out of Think Rev Think. I'm just curious why they're taking so long here, and now I'm feeling like we have no idea what's happening on the side of Think Rev Think.
Maybe Maybe it is a
Galio support?
Galio support? Garen mid?
So is Rebecca gonna go like Caitlyn or something?
I have no idea what's going on. This is the thing about low point games, is that sometimes you just throw everything and just see if it works, because you already know if you play like a standard comp, you have a disadvantage, just based on skill level. So sometimes doing something that is really unexpected does give you a higher shot at winning. So maybe these mind games in the draft will actually be good for them.
Maybe it gives them a crazy angle. Sometimes you got to bring out the cheese, and hopefully it's sticky enough to trip up your enemy. And that might actually pull out pretty well. So right now, evaluating what can be evaluated. Kayn in the jungle, Riven in the top lane, Ahri in the middle, and then Smolder and Karma in the bot lane. Team Chaos actually have themselves a very powerful bot lane. Rapidfire and Striker are very much primed to bully and take over this bot lane. Team Chaos are really favored right now just because of how cohesive their team comp is. The Bard pickup for Autumn Leaf in the bot lane, which means Galio AD carry, Vladimir AD carry. I am at a loss for words of where anyone is going on the side of Think Rev. Think good luck, Ishan. Good luck, production, trying to organize or make a guess at who's going where here. And I look at this comp and go, I like the Bard pick per se because of the golden ultimate, catching people out, the pathway to go through walls and catch people out. But this is a mostly melee comp on the side of Think Rev Think, and there's no real great consistent damage. They have to win on a brawl set. They have to catch out Fluke. They have to somehow survive the damage from Chris and Captain Rex. There's a lot of pretty consistent damaging characters on the side of Team Chaos. So this game is going to be quite bonkers and quite out of left field.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect.
I would tell you Autumn Leaf needs to buy like Shirelia's Reverie first, actually, just to enable the rest of her team to run after people.
Yeah. I guess we'll see when we go into game.
Yep, let's get loaded up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you soon. final game of the night is here right in front of us. Not the final game of the series, though. I'm going to remind you all to tune in tomorrow because on account of Team Chaos taking that last game, we will need to have a deciding match, at least one at a minimum, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Now, we are looking around. Who got the early kill?
Zimmy got the first kill.
Why am I
but
not
we
surprised?
don't know how.
Well, Autumn Leaf has the assist, and Captain Rex is the one that died. So.
Oh, so Autumnleaf probably went top, and they did a little sneaky play onto Captain Rex. Probably got that stun off.
That is my current guess as well. So, alrighty, well, good for you, Simmy. You get yourself a little bit ahead, and without even having to burn the igniter or any summer spells. So, good on ya.
Yeah, looks like Ishan's prediction was correct. So we have the Vladimir in the bot lane.
Yes, and the Bard in the
Oh my gosh!
also is going to use the Magical Drain to get out, but the damage will follow him all the way to the end. He will die. Zaheen is rotating down here as well, but too late to do anything about it. It's going to just pick up his crab. Zimmy could be forced to flash, gets caught by the last end of that Q from Chris. So a little bit of acceleration towards getting that transformation for Kane.
Yeah, but Zimmy, not sure if Chris is still around. Really hard for him to touch his wave at all. Autumnleaf going to hover.
I don't see you helping out.
Yeah, I guess they're just gonna let Rebecca just take her time scaling up, because Rebecca's the one piloting the Vladimir. I did not expect that. That was not on my bingo card at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Vladimir Rebecca plays. But going to try to ghost away.
Yeah, gets out.
I feel like this CS difference is just gonna get larger and larger if Autumnleaf is gonna be roaming around. It's not gonna look good for that Vladimir. You're putting your ADC or APC in this instance at a very large deficit.
Yeah, and they're slow pushing that wave. It's taking forever. They're going to be able to, if Autumnleaf's not here to actually help push the waves in so it actually resets, or even just stays on their side of the map, it means that it's going to set up Rebecca to overextend, get caught out, and get killed. And that's not what we want. There's already a level advantage, and the damage is not really in their favor, and Fluke's going to be able to just fire onto them with impunity. This is already looking like a rough start here for TRT.
Honestly, just like we saw there, it might be worse that Autumnleaf is here in the bot lane, because now it's just like another mouse to feed. Literally, like he will be the one feeding.
Yep, and there it is. And that's going to be another kill collected there by Fluke. They have killed Rebecca and now Autumnleaf. And now, here comes more action. Zimmy going to be taken out by Tate. Lumera tried to come in to help their top laner, but is only going to be able to really collect the minion wave.
Good roam from Tate, being able to collapse onto Zimmy with his jungler and Rex. It's going to also help alleviate a little bit of pressure that Rex has from Zimmy.
Yeah, and I just saw them pinging.
Yeah, I do expect them to take this Team Chaos to look for this dragon and just look to get all of these neutral objectives like they did the last game, which helped propel them ahead.
Yeah, Autumnleaf trying to be a bit of an annoyance, and now the rest of TRT have actually shown up here. That's going to be a good taunt. Chris is already dead, and so is Rebecca in the cross map play, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Captain Rex knocked up, Justice punched, and alley-oop. Yep, speared on the glaive of Majnu.
What are we doing? Falling for the Bard bait. Bard can just magical journey his way out of a situation, that's not someone that's of high importance to be trying to kill, especially when the dragon is on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, and this is already giving some advantage, especially some early advantages over to TRT. And I'm sorry, they're just so disadvantaged with this comp and how things are going to play out. Even if it gets to the later game, it's going to take some very masterful play on the side of Rebecca to get on top of Fluke, hit him with the Hemo Plague, hit him with all the max damage versions of the spells that come with the Vladimir kit. But I don't think she's ever going to get there with how this is even going in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Team Chaos need to stay controlled this game. Do not just overextend or get caught in weird places. Don't throw your lead.
Oh, it's already there. Oh, the burn's going to hit. The auto attack follow-up from Fluke is divine. That will be another death for Rebecca on this Vladimir. It's nothing but pain here in the mid lane, or in the bot lane.
Yeah. The Bard can't really do anything either.
No, really can't here. The wells for healing feel like a good idea, but when Vladimir's having to use their pull, lose their health, still gets rooted due to the nature of Karma's E, and then the damage from both the Karma and the Smolder is just overwhelming. It's just way too much for anyone to really handle. Oh, catch out here. Zemi looking for it, and the execution's going to come down. Captain Rex in the ground, and now Tate going to try to get something. Misses the charm. Good little dance around there by Zemi, but now he's going to be able to deal with... Nope, never mind here. Never mind.
Tate not even giving Chris a little slice of the pie. Going to take that for himself. Says, I didn't even need you here.
Yeah, apparently. Like, thanks, bro. Thanks for showing up for the show, bro. I'm gonna get this kill now.
And surprisingly, TRT are able to pick up this first dragon despite Team Chaos having complete control in the bot lane. We see a 40 CS lead in just 10 minutes.
That's very gross and intense. And the top lane activities from Chris opened up that opportunity for Majnu. And it's nice that he's gotten at least that much. But holy, is it hard to actually deal with it. Oh, and it's a pop. He was half health, but Rebecca will go down. And now comes round 2, and this is going to be an accelerated Zimmy. And now Autumnleaf has actually come on up here. And this will be another one. Windslash does not play the execution. I appreciate what Autumnleaf's trying to do to get some other win conditions on the map, because this Vladimir is going to be so far behind, and this turret's going to go down either on this or the next wave.
There's nothing Bard can do in this bot lane. Unfortunately, too, I don't know why Rebecca keeps going into pool while the tether is on her, but not when she's rooted. So she's basically coming out of the pool rooted and then taking all the damage after.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually go into the pool as the tether roots you. That's, I guess, the defining difference between a root and a stun. Kane's gotten into this. He's going to have to get out of it. Autumnleaf rotating up to provide support to their mid laner is going to dissuade that gank. Does not dissuade them from being the target, though, and now the Smolder has arrived. That Justice Punch puts you way further back than you wanted it to, and now we have a 5-0-1 Smolder on the side of Team Chaos. We're 11 minutes in, Julian, and I don't mean to presuppose anything, but
Tate!
Tate can throw that one away. That's okay. It doesn't change the fact that I think Team Chaos are gonna roll this one and take care of business. Really, this is looking like such a wrap already, and it's gonna have to just take a lot of really good engages and fights out of the side of TRT, but there's just so much damage. Like, this is...
Yeah.
There's nothing to be done.
The coordination right now with The
Lucan Striker.
mid and bot is looking unstoppable, I want to say.
Yeah. I can't say there's much else to really be done. The only saving grace that TRT has is that Zimmy is very much in control of this top lane and really has kill threat onto Captain Rex at pretty much all times. Unfortunately,
Oh, this
Rebecca's
is
in such a
so,
place
this
that,
is
yeah, that's
annoying.
hard to watch. That is so hard to watch. 55 CS on this Vladimir. Level 7. 3 levels down from the mid laners. 2 levels behind the Smolder.
Yeah, I feel like Vlad at this point needs to go mid, because she just can't really do. I mean, I guess she can sideline if it's pushed up, but going all the way to the middle of the lane without a tower, that's not something you can do when you're this far behind on any champion.
Not really going to be dashing in to get the charm onto Zimmy, but it kind of doesn't matter. Tate can try to make something happen here, but I don't even think between them and the Riven that there would be enough damage to take out the Garen, especially supported by this Bard. Trying to get some pressure in. This turret's going down. TRT can try to step forward and get something done here. Justice Punch is going to hit onto Fluke, but that's kind of all there is to it. Now he gets to kind of free fire and put the burn on everyone. Exhaust, silence. Oh, Tate, you misunderstood. Your job was
not
to... No.
That was not a Diamond Ari play, Tate. He'll know what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
Midlane turret going to finally fall. And this is only 13 minutes in the game. We already have 2 turrets.
Captain Rex? No. No. Captain. No. Why would you do that?
Captain Rex doing everything he can to throw this game.
Yes, he is. Oh my gosh, Captain Rex and...
I don't know, maybe he made like a bet on something, you know, and he's trying to cash out.
I think he's trying to race to the bottom with Rebecca.
They do have a almost matching score line.
They do. Honestly, Captain Rex needs to surrender a couple of waves just to, you know, kind of even out, to get ahead of Rebecca on the bottom 100 race. Good double taunt there from Lumeris, but he's still got to try to run away. He's going to get the Justice Punch onto the Smolder. Mom is going to be brought in, doesn't hit anything, but Lumera flashes away, trying to buy time. No one from his team is coming. He will be able to get... Oh, no. Doesn't even get the hit onto the Blast Cone.
You know, Galio did a surprising amount of damage there, though. Even in a 1v2, able to do quite a bit to both of the characters. There is a possibility, right, that they have a team fight. Galio somehow gets onto the Smolder, and Majin is able to finish him off. So there is that slight possibility but then you have the Ahri. So once Smolder and Ahri are gone, then maybe you can win.
Maybe, but after the Ahri, you've got the Kayn. After the Kayn, you've got the Riven. Like, this is kind of where we're having a similar idea from the previous game where TRT had the Gwen in the jungle, the Yone in the top lane. But they pretty much just had like people that really like skirmishing and really like fighting and brawling. And Team Chaos is kind of indexed into that as well in this game. And it's kind of to their advantage because TRT's roster just can't really play standard very well. So they may want to spend several ultimates trying to kill this Smolder, but the rest of the fight, I just don't think they're going to have enough gas in the tank to finish off the rest of Team Chaos.
Captain Rex getting caught out here by himself. Autumn Leaf just kind of holding Zimmy's hand this game, and is going to gift him another kill.
Yep, it'll be a 6 kill on to Zemi, matching the kill score for the Smolder, but will be a very big ask to match the output altogether inside this game of what a Smolder can do. I don't even care who's piloting it. No offense to you, Fluke, but Smolder just comes with that win condition. Currently already there. 362 stacks. 16 minutes into the game is insane pacing, actually.
I didn't even see that TRT picked up this rift. When did that happen?
Yeah, and already hard pressing forward. He's gonna be able to get the turret down here. Zaheen goes down for it. Rebecca's gonna go in to just mess with him.
Die.
Tickle him, die, all the same. Don't worry, Captain Rex will be doing the same thing on the other side here, trying to get the catch. The shield will save their life. And now, yep, you guys gotta get out of there.
Here's the thing, though. Even though Team Chaos get those 2 kills, they did forfeit that tower and some objective bounding gold, I believe. I feel like they can't do this too much. They can't give too much. They also gave the bot turret as well. We'll be able to probably pick up this tier 2. I don't think so.
I think it's gone. I think we're gonna have a pushback here, a little bit of a step back for this fight, but then they're gonna overstep. And now, oh wow, actually you're getting a little bit done here. A little bit of danger, yeah. Wow, Fluke, that's the closest to death you've been to all game, buddy. So, an actually way more potent push out of TRT down the mid lane is gonna force Team Chaos to reset and reconsider their priorities.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna fight in the jungle.
Yeah.
Autumn Wave. So we'll use Magical Journey to get across here. Now everyone's gonna pile on top of Chris. He will go down. Just wanted his red buff, but unfortunately he got a lot more than he bargained for. Rue is going to be burned and slashed down here now. Can he actually get through? He's going to be able to get a second one. Good pickup here by Captain Rex. It'll probably cost you. But can you hip hop, jump, and dive your way out of this one? Nope. Zimmy will get the pickup. But it's going to be the cost of positioning. Now we're coming back up the mid lane. And Team Chaos to be able to get this turret.
It's kind of odd what they're doing right now. Yes, they are winning these skirmishes, and Captain Rex was able to pick up 2 kills instead of just that one. I don't know if Rebecca really counts at this point. It's just like a minion that you're killing. But I'm a little concerned that TRT will still have an ability to make a comeback if they're kind of playing this more slow, or like just Chris, I don't know, dying almost like an overconfident. It feels like they're overconfident right now, that they already know that they've won and are kind of just playing for fun almost. So Chris going in there and dying, that was completely unnecessary. What is Autumn Leaf doing here?
Autumn Leaf just poking around inside of the enemy jungle. I think we're having another rendition of the "Boo, I got you" intimidating strategy 101. Be in bush. Be in bush when they arrive at bush. Okay, we're getting some posturing here. Mountain Drake will be up in 10 seconds. Both teams have 1 Drake apiece. That's actually a really good combo. And now big stun's going to come out here. Oh my gosh, I think Smolder is in a lot of trouble here. Fluke is in the middle of all this. Gets out some good damage. Calls in Mom. But this is exactly the kind of fight that TRT are looking for. Tate's going to be able to run around. Gets the collected kill on to 1. Gets the collected on to 2. The bot lane has been killed and secured. The Demacian Justice will not finish off Chris. And now Majnu and Zimmy gonna try to run down Tate. The Blast Cone will put some distance and save Tate from a fate worse than death. Talk about maybe being embarrassed. They will never know. Oh, Zimmy! Oh, no. Oh, wow. I thought they were gonna back without ever knowing, but I think there's just enough vision. I think he's pinging question mark up there by his corpse. It's like, I don't know how, but they knew I was here, and they're both here, and they killed me.
Yeah, that was kind of
Break.
funny to watch. It looked like they were just gonna recall right next to each other, but then Chris and Tate jump him, get the kill, and now they might be dead.
They might be. Oh, the Smolder has arrived. He doesn't really have a front line with him. Chris is already low. Now there's the
What
jump
is
over.
it?
Forget the front line. The damage is insane here. Triple kill from Fluke. Didn't need a front line. Just needed Chris to just stand there and be present in the classroom. That was going to ace the rest of this test for everybody. Fluke, he is 12.8k. Zimmy is the next one at 2.2 at 10k. This Smolder has 3.5 items, 11 and 1 and 4, a 5.5k gold lead over their counterpart.
344 stacks as well. I think that's what that counter is on top of the Smolder.
I believe that's what that is, and it's 225 when things are supposed to be. Ah, that's the bounty gold. Okay, we just got clarification that
Bounty,
344
okay.
is bounty gold.
That would be insane.
So, it's 246 stacks. Thank you, production. So he just got online actually. That last fight is probably where
Yeah.
he either ticked over or started having the ticking execution, the true damage burn. So this Smolder is now. What did he do? Like 2-shot Lumera on the Galio? It was like a tanky, battle mage kind of character. What is?
Yeah, he's totally online right now. But the Lumera does not have any armor right now.
True.
Yeah, I think that's a MR item.
It might be. I'm more thinking about the part where it's a thicker champion. It's still got 2-shotted. Like, forget even the MR element. It's like, you just big. How you already dead? What's happened?
We did see, though, in that fight before the dragon, Smolder is killable. If they find that correct angle, that death brush, and they're able to just pick the Smolder out very early, then it doesn't matter how fed the Smolder is. They're just gonna get run down by the Riven here.
And the Riven's not stopping. Still has the Hyper Slash available. Go get the knock-up stun. Auto gets it. No ignite. That is super close. Oh no! Striker with the snipe across the map. I have not seen a kill with that item in so long. And Zaheen tries to go in. This game might actually already be over, Gelenium. We might be able to get ourselves out of here a little bit quicker than expected. Rebecca gonna be killed for the 9th time tonight. I'm sorry. This is just how the cookie is going to crumble.
I think this is one of the faster games, too.
It is 24 minutes in, 24 and a half minutes, and the Nexus Tower is already going down here. He's going to step forward to try to get something done, but there's not much else to be done. If you give a Smolder 13 kills, they better be able to finish out that map. We're going to find ourselves at a 2-2 game score in this series. Team Chaos, they got knocked down. They got back up. They equalized. And we are going to have to see you all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, to see the conclusion of this playoff match. And nothing that we're seeing here is surprising here on the graphs.
Yeah, look at that damage spread. All about the same. The Zayn,
A whole
the
bunch of
Galio,
nothing.
the
A whole
Bard,
bunch of
the
nothing.
Blood, they all did nothing that game. That is so hard, but we can't say that wasn't expected. They wore down a significant amount of points. There was that very huge skill differential, so not gonna be surprising. TRT still a very, very strong team, and tomorrow we will find out who will make it to semifinals and who will be going home.